Hello and welcome to Numeristical, bringing you the picks of the day for Monday, July 22nd. It is 12:40 p.m. here in Portugal, which makes it 7:40 a.m. in the U.S. East Coast, 4:40 a.m. U.S. West Coast. Let's start, as always, by reviewing the picks from last time. So, losing day yesterday, we had three totals picks and we went 1 and 2. Reds Nationals, we won on the under 9 at plus 105. Red Sox Dodgers, we had the push going into the bottom of the 8th, but then each team scored 3 runs, so it went well over. Diamondbacks Cubs was a very low scoring game. I believe it was 2-1 in extra innings, so we did not win on the over there. So total for the day, we're down 0.95 units. For the season, we are down 8.8 combined on the totals and money line. We're up about 13 on the totals bets and down about 4 on the money line for the year. Let's get into the picks for today. So on the money line, here's the full set of games we got for today and the model's probabilities, dropping any games with pitchers that aren't known well. And then looking at the odds right now, the model is telling us to look at 3 home teams and 1 away team. First game it wants to take a look at is the Guardians hosting the Tigers. You got Scubal pitching for the Tigers, but the model is saying to take the Guardians if you can get 113. Let's take a look at Wager Talk on the money lines. And let's find Detroit and Cleveland right here. And Cleveland, we're getting 112 at Bet Online. Let's see. But it wants 113. So a penny shy, but we follow the model. And so no bet there. Next up, Mets Marlins. Model likes the Marlins if you can get 136. And Pinnacle showing 140. So let's see if we can find a bet there. Mets Marlins over here. And yeah, in fact, we could get plus 150 here at South Point. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll take the Marlins plus 150. Next up, Phillies and Twins. It's saying to take the Twins if you can get plus 114. Pinnacle showing 110. Let's take a look. Twins. And again, we got 120 at South Point. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll take plus 120 at South Point. The Twins plus 120. Okay. And finally, 1 away team. It likes the Reds visiting Atlanta Braves. If you can get 140 on the Reds. Let's take a look. Reds, yeah, and again, we get exactly 140 at South Point here. So we'll put that down, Reds plus 140. So we got 3 underdogs on the money line today. Let's look at the totals. Here's the full set of games. And scrolling down, it's telling us to look at 2 unders, 1 over. First under to consider is Marlins Mets 8.5. Saying to bet it, but wants plus 109. So that's probably a stretch. Let's take a look though. Click over to totals. 8.5, yeah, we're not getting anywhere near plus 110. The best we see is minus 105. A few places. But not getting what we want there, so no bet. Next up, Braves Reds. Point is 8. It says to bet it if you can get minus 105. Let's take a look. Braves Reds over here. And again, we're not getting minus 105. It's minus 120, maybe minus 118 in a couple places, but not minus 105. So no bet there. Keep in mind, I'm doing this. This is the overnight lines, right? And the lines often tighten up in the morning once they get a little more action coming in. So that's why sometimes it's harder to find these bets when I do these videos when it's sort of overnight or early morning US time. Next up, 1 over is the Rockies hosting the Red Sox. Model says take the over 10 if you can get 106. So let's take a look. Over 10 wants plus 106. We're getting plus 102 at Heritage on the over. Superbook has already gone to 10.5. So you can see there's some discrepancies there. Oh, I'm sorry. This is over. I'm looking at the over, right? Yeah, sorry, over. So I want over 10, 106. And yeah, we're not getting close to that, right? We're getting minus 120s, and then a couple places have gone to 10.5. So we're not going to find a bet there. So it looks like we don't have any totals bets today. So kind of a reversal from yesterday. Yesterday we had a few totals bets and nothing on the money line. Today it looks like we have a few on the money line and no totals. Let's take a look at the spreads. Here's the full set of games and the probabilities each way. And telling us to look at one home team, one away team. Home team's the Marlins again. Says Marlins plus the points, plus 1.5 if you get minus 116 to take it. So let's click over to spreads. Mets, Marlins. And you see we get minus 115. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take the Marlins plus 1.5 minus 115. So that's on the other side over here. Marlins 1.5, and it was minus 115. And next up, the Reds, Braves, says to take the Reds plus the points, 1.5, if you get minus 141. And let's see the Reds. Yeah, we're not going to get minus 141 though. We're just going to get, the best we're going to get is minus 154. So it looks like we got one spreads bet. So for the week we got the Marlins plus 150 and also on the spreads at plus 1.5 minus 115. The Twins at plus 120 and the Reds plus 140. That's what we got for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.